Merry Christmas to you too, Naga. Very well, thank you. And Merry Christmas if you're watching as well.
Absolutely. And we've both donned the sparkly outfits because we've decided to bring a bit of sparkle on Christmas Day, haven't we? Even if the weather isn't going to give it to us.
I know, and I must say, I do like your top, Naga, but we're talking about that later on. You might not like the weather so much, as you so rightly said, because today what we've got is a chilly start to the day across northern parts of the country. But in the south, well, we've got some rain, and it's going to be accompanied by windy conditions as that rain continues to spread steadily northwards as we go through the course of the day. Now on the satellite you can see yesterday's rain moving away, leaving sunshine and showers behind, but it's this next great big lump of cloud in the Atlantic that's coming our way today, and that's what's going to introduce the rain. It's an area of low pressure with its attendant front, and if you see the squeeze in the isobars, that tells us it's also going to be windy, and the wind coming up from a mild direction, namely from the Azores. So as we go through the course of this morning, the rain will continue to come in from the southwest, in through parts of Wales as well, up towards Gloucester. Ahead of it, drier and brighter. And as we move further northwards, again, a similar story, drier and brighter, but it's a nippy start if you're just stepping out. And some of the showers across Scotland falling as snow or sleet on higher ground. Now, that process will continue as we go through the course of the morning. Watch out for ice and untreated surfaces. And you can see how this rain continues to advance northwards. And in doing so, behind it, it will dry up, it will be fairly cloudy, and at times it will also be dank in places. But we are importing the milder conditions in the south, so we're looking at highs 13 or 14. If you're stuck under this band of rain, it could drop some transient snow, for example, over the Pennines and over the hills in Northern Ireland. It will feel cold, and it will feel cold ahead of it in the drier weather in Scotland. But it won't be long before that first band of rain pushes into Scotland through the course of tonight, and then we've got another one coming in right behind it. This band is likely to be fairly persistent, and it could also be heavy. And as I mentioned, you will see a lot of snow above about 200, 300, 400 metres in the Scottish hills and mountains. But it's the rain coming in across Cumbria that's giving us the most concern. The Met Office has an amber weather warning out for this, which means be prepared. And you can see why, because as we go into Boxing Day, we still have that rain ensconced across the north of England. We'll see the rainfall totals really ramp up, and it's going to be affecting parts of southern Scotland as well, and for a time in across North Wales. Still some hill snow across northern Scotland, but as we come south of that, there will be quite a lot of cloud around on Boxing Day. Again, a little bit of dampness here and there, and we'll see some breaks, especially in the shelter of high ground. But the milder conditions starting to filter that bit further north. But if you're stuck under the rain, it's not going to feel particularly pretty, I must say. And then for Sunday, our weather front goes north. We've got another one coming in from the west. Again, quite a breezy day. You can tell that again from the squeeze on those isobars. So here's the picture for Sunday. We've got the rain heading up into the Northern Isles with that second band coming in from the west. But move south of that, some drier conditions and some sunshine. But Naga, as we head into next week, the outlook still remains unsettled.
Unsettled and still remarkably mild, isn't it, Carol?
Yeah, for this stage in December, it certainly is. Those temperatures way above where they should be.
Indeed. And you know, Carol, if you were to look back on this year and think of a sparkly highlight, what would it be?
Strictly.
Of course, of course. And I suppose, having spoken to you about Strictly, you never really lose Strictly. It's always a little bit in your heart, isn't it? That sparkle, the sequins.
Is. Do you know what, Naga? I will never regret or forget doing Strictly. It's one of the best things I've ever done. It was the scariest thing, because standing on that dance floor thinking, I can't remember how this dance starts, but it was also one of the most rewarding things, and you do make friends for life in that programme.
Absolutely. You should never regret it. You were fantastic. I thought you were marvellous on it, and I loved the outfits. I love the outfits, and I think that's what a lot of viewers, perhaps. Thanks very much, Carol. Watch this, because you'll like this.